evidence to explain those phenomena. We just mentioned briefly earlier on that what you proposed, we've actually already got some other evidence for that's been picked up in the past few sort of 20 years and whatnot, hasn't it? So
even the last few days.
And yeah, we're going to come to bring bang up to date, as you say. So tell us about that.
Yeah, what I'm suggesting is the method for the Earth's expansion can be and is being witnessed on moons and other planets. Neil Adams has done some CGI of Mars and has done some of the moon, but the most compelling ones that keep coming along recently are of some of the outer planets' moons, which in some cases are pretty much a similar size to the Earth. And what we've been seeing is we've seen the Cassini probe, which has identified venting of either liquid or other gaseous material through a hard surface, and also the Hubble has witnessed it.
So the Hubble one was Europa, wasn't it? Which is the moon of Jupiter. But I think also one of the other probes would pick that up on Europa. I think probably the Galileo probe will have photographed that as well. I'll check on that though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Hubble, I think obviously maybe they've continued to image it with Hubble to see if the rate has changed or whatever.
But what we're seeing is is more than one example of liquids beneath the crust of these moons being forcibly ejected. The Cassini probe seeing venting, and it just backs up what I'm saying, that these moons have got a hard crust that's containing liquid that has been heated up and brought to the pressure such that it forces itself out through wherever the weakest point in that crust of that moon is. And pretty much that is confirmation of what I've been saying. They're having their own bits of steam or gas-powered expansion, and it's either going to vent or it's going to expand. And I think you're going to get a bit of both on these moons.
Yeah, and I suppose it may, maybe depend on the actual makeup of the materials as to how much expansion and how much venting you actually ended up with. And
exactly.
One of the other...
Exactly. On Enceladus, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Yeah. The liquid is predominantly methane, and the solid is frozen water, ice. Yeah. And you've got the ice taking the part of what would be our crust, and then the methane taking the part of what would be our water.
You're further out in the solar system.
You're further out, it's colder, and it's not warm enough for the water to become liquid.
Yeah, yeah. And the other famous example, which which is probably exhibiting venting, is on Io, Jupiter's moon, where they had that was the first time a volcano was photographed in the solar system. That was also undergoing sort of tidal gravitational forces, or so they tell us.
Yeah.
So maybe that is also, that is an example of the venting from this very similar process.
Yeah, maybe they've got the same kind of radioactive decay going on, or maybe it's an electrical phenomenon of being part of the electric universe, or it could be a tidal effect, because some of these moons have tremendous tidal effect because of the orbits that they take around their mother planet. But either way, heat's being generated, the liquid under that crust, or the crust of these various moons, is being heated up and then ejected. And
you can't argue with that, can they? Because that's
because that's what they're telling us.
Yeah, but they're just saying that it's causing venting, whereas in a different scenario over a longer period of time, I think we can see it's causing expansion. Okay, well I think we've sort of covered all the main points, and I know Peter's got a lot of other topics that he's looked into. We've discussed that in passing, and Peter's got some interesting and rather difficult experiences that perhaps we might discuss another time. But overall, I think I'd like to thank Peter for spending time with me going through all of this, and hopefully somebody's going to look at this and it's going to be a bit of a eureka moment for them.
Yeah.
Because I think I've certainly had that effect having seen this, and I'm quite impressed the way you've put this together in a very short space of time. And I think it ties together a number of phenomena that we've both been looking at. So I think that's congratulations, basically. So
well, thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So again, thank you, Peter, and we may come back and do another part and discuss some more things in the future. We'll see how it goes.